Today we're calling upon Yezalel, the 13th Shem angel. Shem angel associated with 0 to 5 degrees of Gemini. Yezalel. Yezalel is associated with learning and eloquence of speech. Learning and eloquence. Also friendship and reconciliation and fidelity. Friendship, reconciliation, fidelity, learning and eloquence of speech. Yezalel. And once again, this Shem angel governs 0 to 5 degrees of Gemini. So Yezalel. And again, if we're looking at Cornelius Agrippa's three-world model, which was the mainstream kind of model of the Renaissance magical worldview, you had these three worlds. At the center, you have the elementary realm, the physical world here below. The second world up, the next world up, was the quote-unquote astral world. Now, astral did not mean quite what it means today. Actually, not at all. The astral world was just the astrological realm, the celestial realm. The astrological realm was seen to be perfect, a kind of archetypal realm that the world here below is based upon, so that every stone, every plant, every animal here below is a reflection of astrological forces. So, for example, any stone or any plant or animal is associated with a particular planet or zodiac sign. Now, there is a higher world beyond the... So in the celestial world, this would be within the deacons, the first deacon of Gemini. But the Shem angels are in the third world up, the divine world. The divine world is beyond the astrological. The divine world is actually the source and the root, so that to the ancients, looking out in the cosmos, contemplating nature, contemplating, the solar system, and their Aristotelian model of the cosmos, looking out at the cosmos, they believed that they were catching a glimpse into the mind of God. They were catching a glimpse into the mind of God. So that the cosmos was a kind of pattern for mankind, because man is a microcosm of the universe, and this kind of goes into the Hermetic adage, as above so below, as we see in the Emerald Tablet. Now, this is not mainstream Christianity at all. This is Hermetic philosophy, which survived into the Renaissance and alchemy and things like that. And, but anyways, back to this. So anyways, in this three-world model is a long digression here. But basically, the Shem angels are in the divine realm. Beneath the divine realm is the celestial realm, which this would be the first 5 degrees of Gemini. So within the first deacon of Gemini. But this is beyond that. And then here in the world below, we have the correspondences. So Yezalel. Once again, the Shem angels are a set of 72 angels that are associated with Exodus. 3 verses in Exodus chapter 14. They're verses 19, 20, and 21. Each verse has 72 letters in Hebrew. And by putting the 3 verses on top of each other and flipping the second verse around, you get the 72-fold name of God. And these are associated, according to Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, in the 16th century, with the quinaries of the zodiac. Each Shem angel governs 5 degrees each of the zodiac. So today, we are talking about Yezalel. Yezalel. In Hebrew, that is Yod, Zayin, Lamed, Aleph, Lamed. Yezalel. Again, that's Yod, Zayin, Lamed. Aleph Lamed. The divine attribute is God glorified in all things. And this is the book that I'm reading from when it comes to the divine office. I highly recommend this book. And by the way, I'm going to provide a link. This is Lazare, Lenain, Science of Kabbalah. I don't necessarily agree with everything in the book, but the offices are very useful here. And of course, he's quoting from Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus. Interestingly, Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus is also the source of the Kabbalistic tree of life that most of us are familiar with. So the Kabbalistic tree of life that most of us are familiar with is that based upon Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus, published in 1652. So, but anyways, that's another topic. Yezalel, the divine attribute, is God glorified in all things, or super omnia, God glorified above all things. Again, the Shem angel is associated with friendship. So friendship, reconciliation, conjugal fidelity. So already you're getting this idea of, again, friendliness, amiability, friendliness, so friendship, reconciliation, also associated with learning and eloquence of speech. So learning and eloquence of speech, okay? So again, this Shem angel governs 0 to 5 degrees of Gemini. It's associated with learning and eloquence of speech. So, alright, he rules friendship, reconciliation, and conjugal fidelity. A person born under this influence will learn everything he desires, or he or she desires, with ease, and will have happy memories, and will distinguish himself or herself through his or her speech. And then the psalm associated is Psalm 98, verse 4. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make a loud noise and rejoice and sing praise. So the divine attribute is God glorified in all things, God glorified above all things. Again, the Shem angel Yezalel, the name is Yezalel, governs 0 to 5 degrees of Gemini, is associated with eloquence of speech, reconciliation, friendship, learning, Yezalel. So those of you that are watching these videos that work through these Shem angels with me, of course, you already know that there are 3 main ways of working with the Shem angels. There's magic, and there's prayer, and then there's the contemplative or meditative approach. Here we use the prayer method. So first of all, we're going to call upon the name Yezalel. So those of you out there listening, feel free to say the name with me, Yezalel. In saying the name of the angel, we're already establishing contact. So Yezalel, 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 Yezalel. Say the name with me, y'all. Yezalel, Yezalel, Yezalel. By the way, of course, those of you that want to later on can add a scrying stone and have a more elaborate ceremony. But in this video, we're using a very simple prayer method. If you want to light a candle with these videos, or if you want to pause and get a candle and incense. Yezalel. So say the name with me, y'all. Yezalel, 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 Yezalel. Traditionally, when calling the Shem angel, we use the psalm verse. So here's the psalm verse. 4th verse of Psalm 98. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make a loud noise and rejoice and sing praise. Yezalel. So all of you out there that are working with these Shem angels, think of something important to you, close to your heart, that is associated with the office of this angel. Is there something that's very important to you that is related to friendship or a friendship? Reconciliation. Do you want to reconcile? Any concern of fidelity or conjugal fidelity. So friendship, friendliness, reconciliation, fidelity, also learning. Are you in school? Are you trying to learn something? Do you just want to learn the mysteries? Learning, eloquence of speech. These are the things associated with this angel. So think of something that is important to you, that is associated with this angel, either something close to your heart that has to do with eloquence of speech, learning, friendship, reconciliation, something like that. Okay. So Yezalel, we call upon you, Yezalel. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make a loud noise and rejoice and sing praise. By the way, those of you, if you want to do like a more elaborate, like magical ceremony with a scrying stone, it would be the same basic process, except with the incense smoke and the scrying stone and all of that. You would call the name of the angel. You might have a pentacle. You may have different things there, but you're going to call the name and recite the psalm verse. It's basic procedure. So now I'm going to ask silently. Those of you at home, ask for something within the office. So here we go. Yezalel. I'm going to ask silently, ask for y'all to ask your petition. So right now, together, we're going to petition Yezalel. Here we go, y'all. And then we are going to take a moment to be receptive to any kind of thoughts, images, or ideas that may come into our mind. Again, both we are being open to possibility, but not necessarily giving objective reality to anything. But now we are receptive. Do you receive any impressions or anything? So look for any kind of messages from the angel. All right, and now we give the license to depart. Yezalel, we thank you for spending this time with us. We ask for your blessings around the earth, and we ask that you peacefully depart. Goodbye and farewell. And that is it, and we called upon using a very simple prayer method, using the name, the psalm verse associated, and the office. Ask for something from the heart. Do it with candles and incense. Very simple approach. You can add a pentacle. You can do more elaborate rituals. The way that I approach this is I follow the sun through the zodiac, through the tropical zodiac. So right now the sun is like 3 degrees of Gemini. We got a couple of days left. So the way that I do this is I follow the sun through the zodiac. Some people use no timing, and they report excellent results. My life has transformed in many ways. Many people's lives have transformed working with these angels. I highly recommend working with them. And this is angel number 13. I normally don't like to number them, but many people find it useful. Angel 13, Yezalel. Which is 0 to 5 degrees of Gemini. So what was I going to add? I was going to add using the 20-minute cycle, that is pretty much created by Lazare Lenain. Using his 20-minute cycle, this angel governs 4 a.m. to 4:20 a.m. Those of you like us right now in the United States, here in the U.S., for example, we use daylight savings, so that would actually be 5 to 5:20 a.m. So any of you early birds out there that just happen to be up super early, want to use that early timing. Otherwise, I just follow the sun to the zodiac. Some people don't use any timing, but that is Yezalel. Okay, and of course we can work with this angel any time of the year. So that is Yezalel. Okay. And some people use no timing. And then some people choose to cycle through the 72 angels in a year, giving each angel 5 days, which is what I've been doing. I've hit every single angel so far. Every 5 days, it's a new angel, following the sun through the tropical zodiac. Another approach is that you can work with any angel anytime, any year. You could work with any angel anytime, but just using the 20-minute cycle. So, for example, any time of the year, anybody that wants to work with Yezalel could do so from 4 to 4:20 a.m. Those of us like here in the United States right now using daylight savings, it would be 5 to 5:20 a.m. And then, like I said, some people use no timing. Me, I follow the sun through the zodiac and use the hour of the sun normally. But anyway, so that's it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you for joining me, and that is Yezalel. May his blessings spread across the earth. May we be filled with learning, eloquence, fidelity, friendship, and those reconciliations that we need to be reconciled. You know, sometimes people get in arguments over just dumb things. Needless conflict. But anyways, hopefully, you know, we all need a little bit more light, a little bit more healing, more goodness and positivity in the earth. So anyways, and I will see y'all in the next video, and that is Yezalel. Thank you for joining me, and see y'all in the next one. Have a great day, y'all.